My name is Sandy. I have real-life anime eyes that have caused many problems, and even led to my expulsion from school on multiple occasions. One day, as I walked home from school, I came across a crowd yelling. A man was about to fall from a balcony, and his friend held on to him, desperately trying to save him. I joined the crowd, cheering for the rescue. Suddenly, the friend looked at me, and in the blink of an eye, he froze, releasing his grip on the man's hand, and the man fell. Oops. Now teachers at school complain that I distract students who focus more on my eyes than the lessons. Consequently, I have to wear sunglasses all the time, whether it's day or night, regardless of whether I'm on the streets or at school. One day, I returned home to find that a friend had sent me a link. I opened it to discover a video titled, "The Girl with the Most Beautiful Eyes." The incident with the thief from the day before had been recorded and shared online and now was going viral. Everyone was writing about me. People even started calling us Beauty and the Beast. My God! I stepped out of my room, shocked to find my mom and sister, Sally, staring at the phone in disbelief. Instead of being proud, Sally was jealous and made fun of me. Look who's here. Froggy Eyes. Sally is a very beautiful girl, and every guy wants to talk to her. However, she has a peculiar habit. If a guy likes me and I like him back, she always intervenes. I have lost all hope of having a relationship with her around. The last time I was in a relationship with a schoolmate, Sally caught us during our first kiss. She then texted him from my phone, telling him I couldn't be with him because his breath stank and I was disgusted. She also added, "Don't you ever talk to me again." The next day when he saw me, he looked at me with disgust and insulted me, saying,
"I don't want to see you again either."
I had no idea what had happened, so I cried and was devastated for 2 whole weeks because of him. After a long time, I figured out that it was Sally's doing, but it was too late. The boy was already with someone else. That's why I no longer care about love, and instead focus on my dream of becoming a famous model and working with big companies. Fortunately, I applied for modeling positions in different countries. One morning, I woke up to an email from a renowned American lens company. They accepted my application, particularly after the video of the thief went viral. I shouted with pure joy. My mom gave me a disgusted look and said,
"You inherited everything from your dad, even his crazy ambition. Hopefully you'll leave us the way he did."
Being compared to the man who hurt my mom was hard to swallow, but whatever, I've got used to it. I picked out my outfit for the next day, but couldn't find my eye drops. "Mom? Sally? Did you see my eye drops by any chance?" Sally came with the eye drops and said,
"Yeah, here it is."
I used the drops in my eyes, and I wish I hadn't. When I woke up, I was shocked to see how red my eyes were. No, not my eyes! They were blood red. I ran to the bathroom to wash them, but it was no use. I checked the eye drops that I had applied the day before, and they weren't the ones I usually used. This was Sally's doing again. Sally! I ran to Sally, furious, but as always, I lost the fight. I went to my interview with a sinking feeling of impending rejection. Upon my arrival, I was taken aback. "Sally? What are you doing here?"
"I'm here for the job offer with this company. Do you have a problem?"
"Why do you want to take all my dreams away from me?" At that moment, they called my name. I stood up, seething with anger, and went inside to find the hiring committee there. Once I saw him, I froze. Unbelievable! It's Jacob, the famous artist on the committee? Wow, he looks even better in real life! One of the committee members said,
"This is Jacob. He is the owner of the company. He was really excited to meet you in person because he admired your beauty and bravery in that video."
Shyly, I responded, "It's my honor." He said,
"You truly deserve the title of the girl with the most beautiful eyes. We hope you'll become the face of the company."
They told me that if I accepted their offer, I'd need to start immediately because they were in a rush to get everything ready within 2 weeks. I was elated and said, "I definitely accept the offer and I hope to meet your expectations." A girl came up behind me and asked, "Are you ready for the session?" "Yes." She led me to the makeup room. They put makeup on me and tried to help me wear contact lenses for the photo shoot. At that moment, the makeup artist asked, "Why are your eyes so red like this?" Unfortunately, I applied the wrong eye drops. I think it'll get better soon. We began by trying the lenses, but I couldn't bear the pain, and my eyes got even worse. I was in excruciating pain. When the committee learned about it, they were worried because they were in a rush. Jacob said,
"No problem. Rest for a few days and come back."
I left the meeting room feeling disappointed. It was Sally's turn to meet them, so she entered with confidence. I rushed to the doctor to get treatment for my eyes before I missed this job opportunity, but he said,
Unfortunately, the eye drops caused a severe allergic reaction, and any kind of lenses will worsen your condition. You need to rest for at least 2 to 3 months.
I returned home feeling disheartened and found my mom and Sally celebrating. Mom said,
Congratulate your sister on her new job.
At that moment, I felt a surge of anger. Ugh! I attacked my sister and we grabbed each other by the hair. Then, my reckless sister grabbed a bottle from the table to hit me with it, but I quickly dodged it and it struck my mom instead. Oh my god. My mom passed out. What have you done? We both looked terrified, and we rushed to the hospital. As my mom was taken into the operating room, I prayed for her safety. My sister seemed like she didn't care as much. After a while, we heard the doctor screaming for help. We were alarmed and ran to see Mom. We found her holding the doctor down like a baby, trying to inject him with a syringe. Holy mother of toads! The doctor was scared.
Help me! Why are you terrified? It doesn't hurt at all, kiddo.
We were shocked by her behavior. Since when could she overpower a man like that? We tried desperately to calm her down. Only after hearing the sound of an airplane did she let go of the doctor. She ran toward the window, waved to the plane, and said,
Airplane! Hi, airplane! Goodbye, airplane!
The doctor fixed his appearance, looking embarrassed. He cleared his throat as he examined the scanner. He looked concerned and said,
This is a concerning case.
He took Mom with him for an x-ray and blood tests. It turns out that Mom has brain damage, and she now has the consciousness of a 5-year-old child. On our way back home, Mom saw a toy store and went running inside before we could catch her. She held on to a toy and kept crying.
I want to get it!
She was stomping, and everyone in the store was staring and laughing. Sally was embarrassed and ran home while I struggled to convince my mom to return home. Once we were home, Sally kept yelling at Mom, saying,
You'll embarrass me in front of people! Now that I'll soon be a famous star, do you want the press to write about my crazy mother?
Honestly, I felt sorry for my mother and waited for her to sleep before getting her the toy she wanted. Days went by and nothing changed. Sally became a star, and since I didn't go to work to take care of Mom, she officially became the face of the lens company. Once, Jacob gave Sally a ride home. She was trying to get closer to him, flirting to make him fall in love with her, but Jacob remained indifferent and cold towards her. Before he left, he saw a picture of me with my mom and Sally. He was surprised and asked,
Do you know who this girl is?
Why do you ask?
I have been looking for her everywhere, but couldn't find her. Even her file, which had her personal information, disappeared.
Sally went into a frenzy when she heard him talk like this and said,
She used to work for us, but we caught her stealing, so we dismissed her.
I was about to go out and pull her hair, but I held myself together. Sally is financially in charge of our mother's treatment since I'll never be able to afford such huge expenses. I have no other option but to wait till I find a decent job. I thought of going to Jacob since they still want me in the company, but honestly, I was concerned that he might believe Sally's words and embarrass me. One day, I heard Sally yelling on the phone, saying,
Jacob, I can't accept this price again. I demand twice the price. I'm a star and any company would wish to work with me.
Day by day, Sally became more arrogant and skipped work. They were seriously fed up with her. Once, I went out to take a walk in the park with Mom. The place was calm and quiet. I took off my sunglasses to breathe in some fresh air. Just then, someone whispered to me, so I turned to see who it was. A female photographer took a picture of me with her high-end camera. I was surprised and smiled at her.
Unbelievable! Aren't you the girl from the video of the thief? The one with the most beautiful eyes?
Yeah, it's me.
My goodness, your eyes are truly incredible. Would you mind if I take some pictures of you?
She asked. Just then, I heard a child yelling, and when I looked, I saw my mom trying to take his bike from him. Ugh, Mom! I ran toward her and resolved the situation before it escalated. Afterward, I apologized to the woman and explained that I needed to leave. As you can see, things are a bit hectic.
I can't believe I found you in the first place. Here's my business card.
I took it and returned home with my mom. When we entered the house, I overheard Sally shouting on the phone.
What do you want from her? I told you she was our maid and a thief. She's a nobody.
She continued yelling.
For the millionth time, I don't know her address or any details about her.
She then hung up. I couldn't hold back any longer and confronted her. Wasn't it enough that you stole my dream job and erased all my data from the company with your dirty tricks? Now you want to tarnish my reputation by accusing me of being a thief?
You are a thief, and I won't let you take Jacob from me the way you took Dad. You're cunning, but you pretend to be the innocent girl with beautiful eyes. What did Dad see in you that made him love you and dislike me? Even before leaving, he told Mom to take care of you and didn't even mention my name. It's as if I'm not his daughter. I hate both of you!" Sally shouted. I was speechless as she continued. "Now, I don't want you in my house. Get out and take this crazy woman with you. I don't need any more rumors. Get out!"
She had completely lost it and started breaking things in the house. I grabbed my mom and hurried out before Sally could hurt us. With nowhere else to go and no relatives in town, I searched my pockets for money and found the photographer's card. I hailed a taxi and went with Mom to the photographer's address. Upon arrival, I was struck by the beauty of the house, and even the servants were exceptionally polite. We waited for the woman to meet us. Mom, as usual, fiddled with everything, and I continuously cleaned up after her. Finally, the woman arrived, delighted to see us.
"I didn't expect to see you so soon,"
she said. I recounted everything that had happened, and she was taken aback.
"You're Sally's sister."
Unfortunately, yes.
"She's incredibly arrogant, but never mind that. I have a wonderful surprise for you. Come with me."
She led Mom and me upstairs to a room and said,
"You'll stay with me for a while."
Then she left us alone in the room. I couldn't fathom what she meant by that. Suddenly, I heard someone shouting.
"What do you mean she's not here yet? Call her or get someone to bring her. Ugh, that careless girl. Giving her the job was a mistake in the first place."
I opened the door to see what was going on and found him still in his pajamas, looking as if he'd just woken up. He looked at me, hand in his hair, and we gazed at each other for a moment. "Jacob?"
"You?"
he asked. He nodded, rubbing his eyes as if to confirm his belief. Then he came closer, touched me, and said,
"Are you real or just a dream?"
I felt shy and couldn't answer.
"What are you doing here? I searched everywhere for you and now you're in my house."
Your house? I didn't know that. Suddenly, Lisa interrupted us, exclaiming excitedly,
"Surprise, isn't it?"
Jacob asked.
"You brought her here?"
Lisa replied,
"Look, the whole thing was a delightful coincidence." "Hold on, I don't get it."
Lisa proceeded to explain everything that had happened and how we had met. I was shocked to learn that Lisa was actually Jacob's sister. That night, Lisa told me to get ready because Jacob had arranged a big party and insisted I be there. I was nervous, but Lisa calmed me. I wore one of Lisa's dresses and she did my makeup.
"Wow, Sandy, you look stunning. Just like a Disney princess,"
she said. I shyly thanked her for everything, especially her support. Then I went to party with my mom and was surprised to see so many guests and journalists. To my dismay, I saw Sally arrive as well. Mom was eating chocolate like a child, and when she saw Sally, she excitedly ran to her, calling out,
"Sally! Sally!"
She hugged Sally, inadvertently staining her dress with chocolate. Sally was mortified and pushed Mom away, causing her to fall. Mom started crying like a child, and Sally coldly said, "I don't know who this crazy woman is. It's disgusting. Why would you invite such people to a grand party?" Jacob responded,
"As far as I know, this woman is your mother, and I don't think it's appropriate to treat her that way."
Reporters started recording, and the entire audience turned against Sally. Soon, companies refused to work with her due to her tarnished reputation and the public's disdain. Jacob terminated her contract and offered one to me instead. Finally, I landed my dream job. Within just 1 year, I boosted the company's sales and revenue significantly. Now I'm quite wealthy, and day by day, I grow closer to Jacob. One day, he confessed his feelings for me ever since he first saw me in that video, long before we even met.
"I couldn't imagine living without those beautiful eyes of yours in my life,"
he said. Then he proposed, asking,
"Will you marry me?"
"Of course I will," I replied, kissing him.